Hello, dear students. How are you all? I will hope you all are fine. So, dear students, today we are going to start chapter 5 of class 8 science, that is coal and petroleum. Name is coal and petroleum. So, first of all, we discuss about natural resources, and then after that, what are the non-renewable and renewable resources and why we need to conserve the resources. Okay, students, this is the first part of chapter. So, in this section, we will discuss about natural resources, renewable and non-renewable resources, and conservation of resources. So, let's start this section. Natural resources, beta. We all know that. What is a natural resources? First of all, we understand mean of resources. Anything that is useful for us is a work as a resource. Like human as a resource, metal as a resource, sun as a resource, water as a resource. These are called resources. And the resources that we are obtained from nature, that we are obtained from nature, are known as natural resource. Like water, sunlight, soil, air are the natural resource. So, our Earth is only planet in the universe known supportive for life, and the living things originate and survived on the Earth because all the materials required by living things such as air, water, soil, and minerals are present on the Earth. These are the major resource of Earth. These are major resource of Earth, and they are natural resources. The Earth is at the right distance from the Sun, and therefore it has the right temperature range for the existence of life. And the light energy received from the sun plays an important role in survival of the life on earth. We know that why sun plays the important role, because the solar energy conserved by the plants in form of chemical energy, and this chemical energy eaten by the animals and utilize their formation of energy and for their life. So sun is the ultimate source of energy on earth, and we all know that earth is exists in a habitable zone. Which habitable zone? From the proper distance from the sun, that's why it have a proper temperature range to for the fulfillness of the sustaining of life. Okay, next is utilization of resource. How to utilize or use these resources? Plants use carbon dioxide from the air and water and minerals from the soil to make the food in presence of sunlight under the reaction photosynthesis. We know well, and we studied about this reaction in class 7th. It takes place in the green leaves in the presence of the green pigment named as chlorophyll present in these leaves. Animals need oxygen, water, and food to survival, and they get oxygen from the air, water from the water bodies, such as ponds, lakes, and rivers, and the food from the plants and other animals. So we are human also need food, air, and water. So we use resources of the earth in several other ways also. So this is a general criteria shown here, how to use these resources, how we utilize these resources. Plants utilize these resources: carbon dioxide from air, sunlight from sun, and water from the soil, and convert into food, and this food is utilized by the other animals. And we also use oxygen, etc. So let us now discuss some more utilization. For example, beta, we use rocks and soils to construct houses. We use rocks and soil to construct houses, road, dams, etc. हम यूज़ करते हैं चट्टानों का, मिट्टी का, किस लिए? रोड्स और डैम्स एक्सेट्रा बनाने के लिए. We also use metals such as iron, aluminum, copper, etc. for constructing buildings, bridges, making machines, vehicles, aeroplanes, utensils, and other household items, and use the fuels such as a coal, petroleum, and natural gas for cooking, running vehicles, running machines, or factories producing electricity, etc. These are the some example of utilization of resources beta. For this, you do activity and make a list regarding this and observe the list. Now, natural materials found on the earth that allow the existence of life and satisfy the needs of living organism is called natural resources. We all know that beta. The natural material that found on earth that allow the existence of life and satisfy the needs of living organism. That means fulfill the requirement of living organism are called natural resources. Plants and animals are the living natural resources and they are called biotic factor. Plants and animals are living natural resource and they are called biotic factor of environment. Biotic factor or biotic component of environment. Air, water, soil and minerals are non-living natural resources and they are called as abiotic component of environment. Abiotic component of environment. And we get these natural resources from the solid parts of the earth crust and the water bodies such as the seas, rivers and lakes on the earth. The water bodies such as the seas, rivers and lakes on the earth. And the gases, say air, surrounding the earth known as the atmosphere. The gases, air surrounding the earth known as atmosphere. We all know that the gases surrounding the earth known as atmosphere. So let us discuss renewable and non-renewable. This is an important section here. Our natural resources are divided into two groups: renewable and non-renewable. Renewable resources are those resources that will either never run out, जो कभी खत्म हो, and or those that are replaced within a reasonable period of time through the natural process. That means they regain or recharge in a short period of time is known as renewable resources that are never be run out, कभी ना खत्म होने वाले और जो अपने आप को short time period में recharge कर लें. For example, sunlight is a resource which is never run out or the sun is expected to be last another 5 billion years. अगले 50 बिलियन 5 बिलियन ईयर तक ऐसा नहीं होने वाला है. Oxygen is renewable resource. It is replaced in the atmosphere by the plants during the photosynthesis process. However, most renewable resources are exhaustible if we use them faster than they are renewed. देखिए exhaustible का मतलब जिन्हें हम exhaust कर देंगे, ख़त्म कर देंगे. Exhaustible if we are use them faster than they are renewed. उनके renewed rate से अगर हम faster हम उसे use करते हैं. Suppose we increase the percentage of carbon dioxide, then that decrease the percentage of oxygen by cutting the plants and removing the forest. So we utilize the oxygen more and more, then it's a scarcity of the oxygen is present on earth. We already watch a movie on it that shows that percentage of carbon is increased rapidly on earth. Or if it is disturb the natural method of the renewable. For example, groundwater is a renewable resource. However, today we are using the faster than it is renewed. उसके रिचार्ज होने और उसके रीजनरेट होने की पावर से हम उसे ज़्यादा उसे क्या कर रहे हैं, उसे यूज़ कर रहे हैं. This is the reason why the level of groundwater is going down. This is the reason why the level of groundwater going down. And it creates the scarcity of the potable water. Non-renewable resources are those that which once used up cannot be replaced within a reasonable time period. That means they need a long time period for recharge it. For example, fossil fuels like petroleum, natural gas or coal take millions of years to form. Millions of years to form. Hence, once are used up, these resources cannot be renewed before the millions of years. कुछ millions of years से पहले ये अपने आप को renew नहीं कर पाएंगे. And similarly, the topsoil takes the hundreds of years to form. We say that the fertile soil or topsoil is a take hundreds of years to form. Once the topsoil is eroded, it cannot be replaced immediately. So these are known as non-renewable. However, some non-renewable resources such as the metals can be used again and again. These non-renewable resources can be recycled. Some non-renewable resources can be recycled like metals. And the last concept of today's lecture is conservation of resources. What is the meaning of conservation? Conservation means to save. Conservation means to save, bachana. All life on earth depends on the earth resources. Therefore, all resources, whether renewable or non-renewable, needs to be conserved. चाहे वो renewable है चाहे non-renewable, उन्हें हमें conserve करना चाहिए, बचाना चाहिए for future generation. Conservation is the wise and careful use of resources. Conservation क्या है, एक बुद्धिमानी का तरीका है जिसे हम बुद्धिमता से यूज कर सकते हैं. In the means not wasting the resources at also maintaining their quality. Like while cutting the forest, after cutting the forest, we need to plant the trees. This is a mean of conservation, beta. A few decades back, the people did not give the much attention to conservation. However, now it becomes a very important why. There are the too many primary reasons. The population of the world has increased rapidly. There are the more peoples on the earth and they use more resources to feed up, clothing and house themselves. As a human have progressed, their needs have increased. The energy needs, for example, they have increased several folds. The average resources consumed per person have therefore increased considerably. Because of these two factors, the natural resources today are getting used up and depleted much faster as the imbalance the nature. देखिए, बढ़ती हुई पॉपुलेशन उनकी ज़रूरतों के हिसाब से बहुत ज़्यादा कंजप्शन हो रही है, जिसकी वजह से वो जल्दी ख़त्म हो रहे हैं. This often leads to imbalance in nature. And the few forms in which these imbalances appears are the pollution of air, water and soil change the climate and that decrease the animal and the plant populations. Therefore, if we do not practice the conservation, we will endanger our very survival. हम अपने आसपास के सर्वाइवल को डेंजर में डाल देंगे. कोविड इज़ a form of it, and climatic change is one part of it. In this chapter, we will learn about some non-renewable natural resources such as coal, petroleum, and natural gas, which are used as fuels. So these resources we will discuss in next part. I hope students you got it up to here. Thank you and have a nice day.